For more on this, let's bring in our Leafs reporter, Mark Masters. And Mark, we know that Auston Matthews is listed as day-to-day, but what is the level of concern around Leafs camp right now?
Well, there's no doubt the injury affected Matthews on Wednesday against the Calgary Flames. He did not take faceoffs down the stretch. He did not score in that game. But head coach Sheldon Keefe pointing out he was still a big factor. Played more than 22 minutes, had 2 assists, including making a really nice play ahead of William Nylander's overtime winner. Joe Thornton says Matthews has been dealing with this all season and still been a complete stud. Jack Campbell, the goalie, saying that Matthews is a tough customer who always gives 100%, even when he himself is not 100%. Now, Matthews did miss a game with the injury earlier this season. He promptly came back and scored in 7 straight games. And so there is concern, of course, about this injury, but also a confidence and belief that Matthews can continue to manage it and play well.
And, of course, that isn't the only injury that the team is dealing with, but there is some good news on that front today. What's the latest there?
Yeah, Corey, reinforcements are on the way. Joe Thornton has missed the last 2 games with a lower body injury, but he returned to practice today, skating on the top line with John Tavares and Mitch Marner. Jake Muzzin, who broke a bone in his face Saturday night in Montreal, was also back at practice, also back on his regular pairing with Justin Holl, although he was wearing a full face shield. And I mentioned Campbell in the first answer. He had his own net in practice and is projected to start tomorrow night in Edmonton. He has been out since suffering a leg injury on January 24th. As for Frederik Andersen, the #1 starter, he did not take part in practice, but he was on the ice beforehand doing a workout with Steve Briere and Campbell. He will make the trip, and Corey, he is listed as day-to-day.
All right, our Leafs reporter, Mark Masters, thanks for this.
Hey, Sheldon, Auston obviously not out there today. What's his status for tomorrow, and what level of concern with this injury?
He's day-to-day here. He's not ruled out for tomorrow. We're just gonna have to see how he continues to progress.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, he's played through some stuff all year long, and he's been a complete stud. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm really not sure what's going to go down.
You know, he's just a tough customer. We're lucky to have him on our side, and whatever he's going through, it always gives the team 100%. And it's incredible what he's able to do. You know, whether he's 100% or not. So. Can't wait to get back to battle with them, that's for sure.
Well, I think it just speaks to, the fact that he's just remained resilient and hasn't allowed little things like that to disrupt him. Obviously, the injury situations, he missed the game once already and bounced right back and had a tremendous run. Even the other night, got banged up there. I guess it was the second period, and while he had to adapt his game and I had to adapt how we used him a little bit, he still competed his ass off right to the very end, and in fact, makes a great play to give Willie the space to make the play that he made ultimately on the overtime winning goal. So that's a good sign for both the fact that we feel like the injury isn't something that's going to slow him down too much here. But also just the fact that he just competes and finds ways to adapt and overcome things that he's able to.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know if he's in or out. Guys are banged up a little bit here, but if he's not going, other guys will step up. If he is going, that's good for us.
Yeah, he's been going great for us. Obviously, a huge part of our success. It's. As a competitor, you never want to miss games, and he's proved that, battling through. So not sure the severity of it, but definitely a huge part of us, or a huge part of the group. And we just got to make sure that if he's not around for the short time being, we have to have other guys step up.
I'm Mark Masters outside the Ford Performance Center in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs practiced today, and they did so without Auston Matthews, who is dealing with a wrist injury. He still hasn't been ruled out of Saturday's game in Edmonton, but if he can't play, we got a sense of what the lineup is going to look like. This is how the Leafs skated today. The top line had Joe Thornton with John Tavares and Mitch Marner. The second line had Alexander Barabanov with Alexander Kerfoot and William Nylander. The third line had Zach Hyman with Pierre Engvall and Ilya Mikheyev. And the fourth line had Nick Petan with Travis Boyd and Jason Spezza. Now, Thornton has missed the last 2 games with a lower body injury, and when he has played this season, it's been with Matthews. So today was the first time we saw him taking reps with John Tavares, and it was interesting to see Thornton and the Leafs captain building some chemistry after the main workout wrapped up.
Oh, great. Yeah, I skated a little bit yesterday and then finally with the guys today, so it felt real good.
Obviously, we know you've had great chemistry with Mitch this season. What do you make of the potential if you are out there with JT and him tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm just for me just looking forward to playing another game. It's been a couple games now, so it looked good. So we'll see what we have in store for tomorrow. You know, on the ice, he just wants to puck all the time, and I think that's a good sign. He always wants to distribute and handle the puck, and he's not afraid of the puck coming to him. So I like that. And just off the ice, he's a real good guy. He's the guy to talk to, and when he opens up, he's a surprising guy. It's nice.
After going 0 for 11 on the power play in the last 2 games against the Calgary Flames, the Leafs, of course, worked on special teams at today's practice. Joe Thornton back on the top unit as the net front presence. John Tavares was in the bumper. William Nylander and Mitch Marner on the flanks, and Morgan Rielly, the quarterback. Thornton was asked what has to change on the power play.
I think more volume shooting. I think that for me is the one thing, is just funnel as many pucks as you can on the net. But this power play is so good and so dangerous, and through the first 18 games it's been unbelievable. So a little snapshot, shouldn't be worrisome.
Jake Muzzin, after breaking a bone in his face Saturday night in Montreal, returned to practice today, skating alongside his usual partner, Justin Hull. As for the goaltending situation, Jack Campbell had his own net and projects to start tomorrow night in Edmonton. He's been out since January 24th with a leg injury. Frederik Andersen did not take part in practice, but we did see him on the ice beforehand doing a workout with Steve Briere and Campbell. He will make the trip west and continues to be listed as day-to-day. For TSN.ca, I'm Mark Masters in Toronto.
Jake, how restrictive is that shield to play with? And is that the first time you've had to wear one of those?
Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. Maybe some little parts in the lower is tough to see, like in your feet, but hopefully the puck isn't there during the games. Other than that, it's been fine. And I know I've never worn one. In junior, we had cages, and I've never had a bubble, so this is the first time for me.
Yes, Jake, I'm wondering, on the play where you were injured, it wasn't clear in the camera. Did you get hit by the puck, or was it Toffoli's stick?
We're pretty sure it was the stick. I actually was able to, me and Toff texted after, and he right away, he said it was a stick. And I thought it was a stick too, and then the guys were trying to convince me it was the puck, but I thought it was the stick, and I think it was. Yeah, a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. Get hit in the face, you black out a little bit, and then you see the blood coming. So I was just praying the eye was okay. Everything else is, a cut or broke or whatever it may be. It is what it is. But if you get hit in the eye, it could be pretty bad. So shortly after, I kind of was able to open my eye a little bit and see. So that kind of settled me down a little bit, and was able to find my way to the bench. But definitely a little scared for a second there, but we're all good now.
Is that the scariest moment you've had on the ice, or no?
No.
Playoffs?
Last year.
Playoffs last year?
Was pretty scary as well. Hopefully that's it for those.
Jack, just wondering how you're feeling and if you're good to go if called upon.
Hey, Josh. Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling great, thanks, and ready to go for sure. Just excited to be back with the guys, and happy I get to go on the road with the boys. He's a heck of a player, not sure how else to say it. He's dangerous in all situations, so definitely got to, keen in on him, and 29, but I think we have great guys on our side too, so I'm really confident in our team, and if we focus on our game, I'm confident we can come away with 2 points.
Sheldon, Jack Campbell told us he was feeling good to go, and I believe Frederik was out before practice day. Where did things stand with the goaltending situation heading into the road trip?
Yeah, I guess Soupy would be the other one that I didn't mention there, but he does look good to go. Today's practice, again, is another big one for him to get through. He's had a lot of positive days here consecutively, so it's looking good. So again, as long as he gets through tomorrow well, he'll start. And as for Fred, he's just continuing to progress. Obviously, him, making a decision that he wanted to get on the ice and just get a feel for things today is a positive step for us. So he'll be on the trip, and he continues to be day to day.
Yeah, they're a great team. They're playing great team hockey right now. They got some real good players, so we got to know when they're on the ice. But it's going to be a good test for us.
Yeah, they're playing great. They've got a real strong team. They're feeling it right now, so it's a great challenge for us, and we just want to keep her going. And it's going to be a great test and a really good battle.